The temperature was minus 40 degrees. Wind howled across endless ice. There were no houses, no roads, no help. Just one man, alone in the frozen wilderness. This is the true story of survival against impossible odds. It started as a normal research trip. A small team of explorers had traveled deep into the Arctic to study ice formations. For days, everything went smoothly. They collected samples, they set up camp, they recorded data. But in the Arctic, weather can change in minutes. One afternoon, dark clouds appeared on the horizon. The wind began to rise. Then suddenly, a massive blizzard hit. Snow blasted across the ice like a wall. Visibility dropped to almost nothing. The team tried to reach their main camp, but the storm was too strong. In the chaos, one of the explorers became separated from the others. His name was Daniel, and within minutes, he was completely alone. The storm lasted for hours. When it finally stopped, the world around him had changed. The tracks were gone. The landscape looked unfamiliar. His radio had stopped working, and the nearest station was hundreds of kilometers away. Daniel realized something terrifying. He was lost in the Arctic. Night approached quickly. In the Arctic winter, darkness can last almost 20 hours. The temperature dropped even further. Daniel knew he had to build shelter immediately. Using snow blocks and his equipment, he created a small survival shelter. Inside, he tried to stay warm, but the cold was relentless. Every breath felt like ice in his lungs. Sleep was dangerous. If he slept too deeply, he might never wake up. The next morning, he began walking. Slowly, carefully, he followed the direction of the sun, hoping to reach the research station. But the Arctic is deceptive. Everything looks the same. Ice fields stretch endlessly. Hours turned into days. His food supplies began to run out. His body grew weaker, but stopping meant certain death. On the fourth day, Daniel spotted something in the distance. At first he thought it was a rock. Then it moved. A polar bear, one of the most dangerous predators on Earth. Daniel stayed completely still. The bear watched him for several seconds. Then it slowly walked away. He had survived another deadly encounter. By the sixth day, Daniel was exhausted, dehydrated, frozen. He began to lose hope, but then something appeared on the horizon. A metal structure, a small emergency weather station. Inside he found a radio and batteries. With shaking hands, he called for help. Hours later, a rescue helicopter appeared in the sky. The sound of the engine echoed across the frozen landscape. Daniel had survived. 6 days alone in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Doctors later said his survival was incredible. Few people could last that long in those conditions, but determination kept him alive. The will to keep moving, the refusal to give up. Sometimes survival is not about strength, it is about hope. Even in the coldest, darkest places on Earth, the human spirit can endure.